I'm Edwin Suer, I'm a lawyer slash gallerist, and I'm living in Amsterdam. Well, the funny thing is that there's so much tourists coming to Amsterdam right now, and everybody's renting out this place to all the tourists. So I think the center is more or less, yeah, of course, if you come here for the first time, you have to see the canals, you have to see Van Gogh Museum, Rijksmuseum, and those kind of things. But the most interesting parts are out of the center right now, especially in the north and the west, which is completely changing now. The north there used to be a shipyard, for instance, and a place where poor people used to live, and it's all being renovated right now. It's like gentrification of the city, so like these buildings should be renovated, but in the meantime, before they make the plans and they start the renovation, artists go there, they have galleries, spaces where they can work, and so I think out of the center are the best place to go. There's also parts in the north which don't really have a name yet, which is also funny. Okay, they have an official name because there's used to be a place of business, but it's not very known. There is also in the north there's some nice small villages, like farmer villages, and it's funny because you're in the middle of the city, you think, and then you step out you go out one street, and then you're in the middle of the countryside. In the west, we call it it's called New West, and there used to be a lot of schools there for higher education. But all the schools which were built in the 60s and 70s, they all started to become one, or they had to move out of these buildings, also because they may be too old, and it was not worthwhile to renovate. So there's like 20 old, quite big buildings with nice places where artists and creative companies work. And restaurants, bars, clubs, everything's very nice. Well, if you compare it with 20 years ago, it's very conservative. I think probably most tourists won't see it like that, but for us living here as Amsterdammers, as we call ourselves, it's become very conservative, money-minded. It's more catering to companies than to the people who actually live here. It's catered to tourists, but it's still a nice place to live. It's on one hand it's a village, and the other hand it's an international city. I usually go to this. They call it Broekplaats. This is where like the school buildings. But there is also, like last week I went to a party, like a festival, which is at an old prison. And maybe you know, but in Holland there's a lot of prisons, how do you call it, closing? Because we don't have enough criminals anymore to put them in, which is funny. There's a lot of foreign prisoners now in Dutch prisons. But there used to be a little village next to the prison where the people who work for the prison used to work, or used to live. And it's taken over by artists, and of course the local government wants to kick them out again because they want to make housing and expensive villas or something, I don't know. So they made this festival to show the neighborhood that they're doing nice stuff for the neighborhood. It's called Bijersdorp. Well, first I would go to see the canals and the museums and red light district. And after that go to the north, to the beach and to the outskirts of Amsterdam. And get a boat, definitely. Or if you see somebody on the boat, ask them if you can join them. I think, a lot of people won't let you go on, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who will let you take a ride on their boat.
And where are we right now?
This is the Jordaan, It's used to be a poor neighborhood. Well, it doesn't look poor anymore. It's on the outskirts of the canal. It's just next to the outer ring of the canal. This is a gallery area. And it used to be run down till like 20 years ago. And now it's full of yuppies and rich people.
Amsterdam. Dans le port d'Amsterdam, il y a des marins qui dorment comme des oriflammes le long des